Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Sunday stream, analyzing your games. Hi. Sleeping Bird. This, honestly speaking, if you guys play often and if you feel like sending it, it is a good indication that you're gonna improve. Actually, I'm Izati. So, hello, Pinoyko. How are your weekend going? My Sunday was so lazy, I don't even want to talk about it. I slept so long today. Whew, a good rest day, I tell you. Was spying on some games going on, Shogi Ladder going on, yeah. I don't want to put too much pressure on the guys, so I left. Onimi is going to be playing? Wait. No pressure, no pressure. I see, yes. Journey is waiting for the game, so I assume they're gonna play TTK soon. You're doing cooking projects. What did you cook? I assume cooking project means you're cooking, right? What did you cook? We cooked quiche today. So, okay, I'm gonna read what kifu I have for today. I have 6 of them. I have Seb cast. I have 2 games from Lincoln. I have Shirley and Ko. I think that's a new one. 22nd. 12, yeah, yesterday. Eons and Mizuti. Alright. Ruid Noten. What's that? Tiny spiced cookies. Ooh, nice. Fermented rosemary soda. Oh my, that's really cooking projects. Sounds amazing. Hello, Mifa. Fermented rosemary soda. I don't even know how you can. Wow. Rosemary soda. I mean, nobody's gonna say no to cookies. Alright, Sepcast going to go first. Lincoln, let's download kifu as well. We have Lee Shogi, then we have Ko. We're gonna download Eon for now, and the rest. Yes, Mifa, how can you? I mean, we all know you had this, how do we say, recovery period, so don't worry. This is why, guys, we call Harbor. Harbor is a place you come and go from, but you're always welcome back, yeah? If you need a break, take a break. It's fine, yeah? Hello, Todd. Thank you for the raid. You guys, of course, you guys know Todd, but Todd is streaming often, so worth looking at his road to Tudan, I believe, was the last stream on Shogi Wars, playing nicely. I think I didn't like one of your moves that I was watching, but overall, roast. Sending compliments, your games were good, roast. But there was one move I didn't like. Okay, yes, very good teaching, Wadai, very good. Hi, Subcast. Alright, I see. We gonna do your game first, yes. Or do you mean do it later? You prefer to do it later? Yeah, you can, Toad, you can. If you're okay with this account, I can do it now, yeah? You were got there. My brain doesn't work. Click. Okay. Oh, you already did? Alright, well thought, no escape for you. By the way, if you guys weren't here yesterday, I explained that for the tips for beginners, I'm gonna do proverbs this week, and then next week, during this week, I'm gonna prepare Ureshino. If you guys have any good material about Ureshino, I would definitely need it. And I'm gonna do Ureshino as a Joseki, first Joseki on the channel. Not a very good beginner opening, but it was the most... people commented that they wanna it the most from the other openings, so we're gonna start with that because I listen to what you guys say. Yeah, always comment with what you want. And yeah, we're gonna do what you want. Thank you for the follow, Neorit, as well as Azotti. So, Sepcast, what was the question here? Question was, I'm Gote. I ran move 50, I had to leave, so my moves were a lot rushed. More rushed after that. Up to that point though, I felt good, but didn't know how to convert to offense. Sente's King looks weak, but I don't know how to attack, especially without dropping the defense on the other side of the board. Okay, so how to attack is the question. You also don't know what to do, me neither. Me neither. Yeah, I mean, it's also that you don't need any castle with it. Yeah, and they keep infecting, yeah. And maybe we're gonna discover on my channel what's so cool about this opening, maybe. I have this book, which says Ureshino here, so I'm gonna start reading that. So we're gonna see, I'm not promising that my analysis will be the best, but maybe I will be able to explain some basics. Okay, we're pushing the edge pawn pretty early. Okay, so normally we don't wanna move this silver. We wanna move this silver. The reason being, we actually wanna open the bishop line. And you see, then they're gonna push it, and then we can move the king or push the silver, whatever. The idea is that in order to open the bishop line, we need to have option to like protection. If they take, we take, and we're happy because then we threaten this move in the future. But we need that protection for a moment. And if you do that, you cannot activate your bishop any longer, which is quite problematic unless they push 5-5, which they shouldn't. Unless this is Ureshino as well, then yeah. For me, it's always attack because opponent attack will break through. You're static rook, so yeah, you should always attack. Okay, so what are you playing here, Sep? You need to explain it to me. Because you're not making any castle. Is it the dark castle? It is the dark castle. You disappoint me, you're banned from the harbor. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So the problem with the dark castle is that you will have hard time attacking. Normally, if your king would be here, yeah, we would have Elmo castle, which means it would be less dangerous to push those pawns, or less dangerous to push one of them and develop your silver. Now you cannot really do that, because then your bishop's head is in danger. So you made it difficult on yourself by putting the bishops on the edge, kinda. But if that's your strategy, we have to go with it. But we have to find different ways to activate our pieces, yeah? I have no idea how to play duck. Normally you would attack here, the problem is they have a silly defense and it's okay. You will have to probably do something with the bishop before that. Let's see. Okay, so if they would attack, I guess we are happy with something like this. I guess we would accept that and continue our duck. Alright. Because we got bishop for 2 pieces, activated the lands. That's what you were thinking. All right. So now we're gonna try to activate silver on knight. We're gonna use the knight. They protecting the fork that we had over here. Then we're gonna try to attack. So you know, it would be one idea to like activate our knight by pushing this pawn. But also the king would be more in danger. You push this. This is protected, right? So silver 5-6 is a very good good shape for central rook because it protects this pawn. It's a good thing to know. But yeah, your opponent didn't take the bait, and now we're kind of stuck. Like we need some ideas without using the silver, I assume. So that's rough because you need 4 pieces to attack with. You need rook, silver, knight, and rook, bishop, silver, knight. Yeah. So I don't consider that castle to be a good castle. I just accept it as the reality I'm analyzing. Yes, it's usually not good to have the king right in front of the enemy rook. But that's what Seb is trying out, so we have to accept it. Yeah. Okay. Do we have any way? So we are attacking even though we have no attack. It's really hard to develop the silver without pushing those pawns, basically. Now the other idea would be to use the gold, but then we weaken our position. You're kind of waiting for them to make a mistake, it feels like. So if you're waiting, you know, waiting more would be nice. But then you cannot wait efficiently. It's quite rough. Eventually you will have to push like some pawns, I feel. Hard to say. Unless your plan is to go like for Senichte, yeah? You wait for their attack and you just like wait for them to make a mistake or something and you just do that. If that's your plan, then it's fine, yeah? Because you're Gote, you're second mover, which means Senichte is an option for you. By the way, they have this move here. They can 3-10 to take 2 pawn, like this pawn for free. And then you would lose it. So they have this move, which is problematic. This is why this pawn push isn't really working. Senichte means repetition draw. Yeah, Sen Nichite 1000 days moves or something like that. You repeat the same position for 1000 days, kinda. Yeah, basically draw by repetition. Remember, it can, guys, remember, because somebody made that mistake, if you repeat all your moves with checks, that's illegal. Some of the moves cannot be checks, all of the moves can be like non-checks moves. If all of the moves is like the infinite check, as in chess, that's a loss for you, so be careful. The loss for attacking side. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're trying to make magic. Okay. They start to make mistakes, cool. We could take the bishop here. So we could take the bishop. If they take with the rook, we can even promote or unpromote our knight. And we're quite happy because our position is rook drop resistant. Maybe the bishop is a little bit of a concern, but that's something we have to accept. If they take with the gold, maybe we can sacrifice anyway. Rook takes means the gold dies. Gold takes means we sabaki our rook, and then we retake the knight that we just sacrificed. I like this outcome, yeah? So that was an option here. Knight 5-8. 5-8 is here. Oh, you mean directly like this? Or like promotion? Yeah, that's even more interesting. Actually, that's even better, yeah. That's true, that's true. That's even better. Because if they take... Well, we can take and get the gold for sure, guaranteed, yeah? If they take with the rook, it's the same. We get it guaranteed. So that's, you're right, that's much better than what I've shown. Yeah, this is called focal point. 2 pieces are focused on this square. If you distract one of them, something bad happens. So it's a good Tesuji tactic to remember. So you ignore that, you go for the edge. And now you still have this move, right? You still have the same move. Without the bishop. So it's critical for you to notice that. So like as a beginner, yeah? You have to see where your pieces look at. And then in this case we realized, oh, if only the knight wasn't in our way. Oh, wait a minute. I can promote my knight, attack the rook. And then my rook line is open, yeah? So by analyzing the position like this, you will be able to find those tactics. Yeah, always look where your pieces are staring at, yeah? So this move, yeah, this position for the rook ended up to be really, really good square. Hi, Vortex. Welcome, welcome. Are you also on the Discord? We usually notify people that we're going live in case you want to catch it more often. Or maybe it's the time zone. But welcome. Good to see you here. I like ranging rook. The central rook. Okay. So here definitely we can, again, promote. You decide to drop the bishop. So you're protecting your knight with your life, but actually it's not necessary. By the way, this lance is dying for free. So I don't know what you were thinking. And here also, you would be able to take their lance and weaken their king. Generally speaking, yeah. Drop the bishop, they take the lance. And now they took 2 pieces for 1 silver, so it's equal. And now your bishop is in awkward position. So it became a little bit unclear who's better. The knight promotion was like, how do we say, young people, the GOAT? The greatest move on the board. The knight was like the most important here. Yeah, the lance doesn't matter. The lance is useless. You've already managed to distract the lance, which means the king has no defense on those squares, right? I mean, technically there's the knight, but... Like, if we have a knight in hand, we will be able to deliver check. We are happy with the outcome, we can just leave the lance here. Your king is not here, you don't need to block the lance. That's your... That's good. What's good about this shape. It's far away from the edge, yeah? This is a position I was talking about where I could have moved my lance on the left, but I was worried. Yeah, so here... Yeah, basically this is a move you have to see this or unpromote it. You just have to play it. In fact... So in this position, this knight is not as important. You can think of it 2 ways, yeah? Use the knight to attack, or promote the lance. Why is lance promotion good? Because the king's safety is more interesting to us, or in this case, the enemy's king danger is more interesting to us than those pieces. I mean, yeah, probably we're gonna escape here or just eat another defensive piece. But look how weak their king became. We just ate 2 pieces out of his defense, right? So that's what we wanna see, kinda. I mean, depending on the situation, something like this would be enough to win the game. Depending on the situation, yeah? Oh, Mild Things is even showing us better thing. Here you can ignore the rook being taken and take this and treat and checkmate. Or almost checkmate. Well, actually checkmate, yeah. So if they save their rook, you can... I guess he can run to here, right? But yeah, because you're so close to the enemy king, it becomes the focus of the position. Because you start entering endgame. It's a little bit advanced concept, but the objective of the game is to capture king. So if you concentrate on that objective, it's gonna feel very quick. It's gonna feel very quick, very crucial, very painful for the enemy. And this is why, in comparison, this bishop doesn't feel as crucial, because it doesn't threaten this king in any way. Yeah, this square is protected. The same, this pawn doesn't feel crucial because it's so far away from the king. And yeah, there is this is actually a meme where the rook is behind the bishop and there's a lance in front of them and there is no saving them. So here we definitely should have moved the bishop as well. I think you were too much afraid of a rook exchange, which is weird because your camp is quite rook drop resistant. So don't be afraid of rook exchange, yeah? Be afraid of losing your bishop like that. Yeah, I don't know why you're fighting about this square so hard, Seb. There's no reason. It's not a crucial point. Not a crucial point at all. Okay, now we just lost all of our pieces, yeah? Exactly, Sleeping Bird, exactly. I see. Alright, this is when you had to leave. So now we lost a lot of pieces, this is unwinnable. And here, my dear friend, the only way is to take it with the silver. If our fear was this bishop drop, we have to pretend that it was our intention from the very beginning. Okay. So yeah, you missed a tactic, yeah? You missed a tactic, which was knight here. This would have won you a game. And yes, you will struggle with the attack with the duck opening. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I could like recommend playing a different opening. Or, you know what? There is one more thing. I told you if we go here, they play here, right? But you see they're moving the silver up. So actually what you should do is wait. And then when they move the silver up, you move the rook here. And now they don't have this move to protect. And this is what Duck likes to do. Just abuse those pawns like the bishop's head. Maybe that was better. Anyway, keep trying, yeah? Next time you're not gonna miss the tactic. Always look where your rook is looking, even if temporarily blocked. Remember, it can be reactivated very strongly very soon. Believe in your rook, yeah? Yeah, you were crushing him. If you promoted your knight, you were crushing him, honestly. Don't feel bad. Don't look at the yellow too. Like, it's doesn't matter. Alright, that's gonna be it from here. Fortunately, you were in a rush, so I'm not gonna analyze the other part. But yeah, again, because your silver is not activated, you will struggle with your attack. Just keep that in mind, yeah? Play the game, not the opponent. Yeah. Today I played against Justice. He almost destroyed me, so the rating doesn't matter, yeah? Pro, not pro, doesn't matter. So Lincoln, I think he mentioned to prioritize the second game, which says, being centered confused me. Doing this opening, I thought 2-6 pawn would suffice to pass a move. Oh, how wrong I was. Glad it worked out in the end, though. Smiley face. 0-5, so it's gonna be versus Dudu. Center, yeah? I'm confused today because... Can I fix it? No, I cannot. Okay. Yeah, if you're in a hurry, you can always, you know, like resign instead of playing it out. or like excuse or so. But hey, I'm not gonna. It doesn't matter. If you were in a hurry and you had to go, we say too bad, yeah, and play another game when you have time. But the opening wasn't bad, yeah. You had chances. Okay, we have the Hakutofu, Bishop's Head Pound Push, which is very rare. So the idea of this opening is that you wanna actually go for opposing rook, I believe. And I believe maybe this is a good follow-up move. Not sure, maybe Mifa knows better. Oh yeah, new people come and go. Mifa, we started new series on YouTube and many subscribers came as well on YouTube. Oh, definitely you will need to learn how to prevent Sumeya. But hey, that's later. Yeah. So something like this, and then we exchange the bishops, and then we go knight. Okay. They promote, we allow the exchange. Okay, now we need to stabilize a little bit. They move the god, which means they rook drop resistant, while we're not exactly rook drop resistant, are we? So our problem is they can play pound drop to distract our silver, drop the rook and take the lands, right? If we go back, they drop the rook anyway. This is like the Yoko Fudori thing tactic, I think. On top of that, they can also drop something here, a space that we've created by ourselves. This is a little bit weird. I see. And our choice is to ignore both of those threats. Okay. Okay, so here it comes. The bishop drop 5. Oh, this is even better, actually. For our opponent, because they're forking to pieces. Maybe you can drop the bishop to oppose it. Or do that. I was thinking this, because we look at the silver. But you're going like full-fledged counter-attack. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this move. Like, this looked hard to counter, maybe. Unless we are planning something like this. Threatening both here and a bishop drop. And maybe they can drop bishop to counter both. Which is a little bit weird, because we invest the whole bishop to like block it, but I mean, we just got a dragon and promoted lance. And this knight is going to die, so it's not the worst, I think. We also will be able to get a pawn in hand. But yeah, this is freestyle shogi. Everything is very difficult. There is no standard moves. Knight can be sacrificed. Oh, I see, for the fork. But actually... So if we were really afraid, we can always promote, but let's see. Fumomiji is saying we can sacrifice the knight. Drop the bishop, but actually we can come back. And protect them both again. If they take, we get a horse. And I mean, difficult fight continues, but we have knight and a lance in hand. Yeah, if they take the bishop and like drop it here, this is quite troubling. Because it treats both like rook drop and taking the knight. I don't know what to... like how to judge this position, basically. I just don't know. Well, overall, it might have been a little bit risky. So maybe we have to like move the silver once before doing that. Okay, let's see the bishop, rook drop. We have moves like this as well. The problem with this move is they have a pawn drop, followed by a pawn drop, and then the bishop dies. So the only option is to take something. We take the lance. Okay. Now this dragon is scarier than this horse. Why is it scarier? Well, they have a follow-up move, which is the knight drop. And it pins the silver, yeah? It pins a whole piece to the king. This horse doesn't pin any piece. It just threatens to take the knight, which isn't that scary. We drop the rook. King escapes. Knight drop is an option as well. Silver up. The knight would be taken. Okay, I mean, I understand why this would be played, yeah. Escaping doesn't feel good, honestly, because it gives you turn to continue attacking, but they defend. You attack, they defend. So they wanna out-defend 4-piece attack. What are we gonna see? Yes, unfortunately, fortunately... Yeah, unfortunately you are center, yeah? You drop the knight that could be used in the attack. This looks more painful than expected, actually. Yeah, this rook drop is actually... I said the horse is nothing compared to the dragon, but the rook drop actually looks painful. Like, if we drop the knight here, what are they threatening? Maybe knight drop? It's almost checkmate threat. Yeah, that would be nasty, yeah? Unless we do this. We take. This looks like checkmate, right? No, the silver is here. Oh, it's a very endgame-like fight. I don't like it, because this king can run. So yeah. Going for direct fight is not an option. So I guess your only option was to defend, sure. But they had... I think they could have dropped the knight. It feels like they had a better move here, basically. Oh well, let's go with it. Lance drop, knight drop, knight bishop. Can they do anything? This guy, guys, this type of free shogi, which is out of just this, basically is who calculates better. So I cannot explain like, oh, you should have done this, this, this. No, because this position is very unique and you have to calculate it. There's many books. I recommend, I think there's Habu's book. It's like a whole book with Ponte Suji. It's red. I learned a lot from there. I just don't remember the title. Maybe later I can find it for you. Anyway, the idea is to bring the knight. There is also... Maybe it's too optimistic. There's also this move, technically, but then you move the gold up, maybe, anyway. There is also... like horse for a gold exchange type of idea. We're kind of missing a little bit. Knight comes in. I mean, it makes sense. Okay. Oh my gosh, the king comes closer to our dragon. All right. I guess we have to protect this square. Ooh, wow. Oh, beautiful. But they drop the pawn as well. We have to take the lance. Yeah, it's kind of becoming straightforward for us. Yeah. Yeah, we just ate all of them pieces, right? If we take, does it lead to a checkmate? One way or another, yeah. They run, we drop another gold. Yeah, that's a checkmate. Wow, beautiful at the end, Lincoln. Yeah, so this is freestyle shogi. Pawn to 6, you mean, was a mistake. Yeah, it kind of like you have to consider that you made a huge weakness here and probably you won't want to castle there. Better go for the opposing rook. But what other move should you play? Well, it's another good question. This is something I don't know. It's something if you play the bishop's head, you have to study this, yeah? I don't know, is exchange and knight jump a possibility? Like, it avoids this pawn being taken. I have no idea. Would have to study this. Apart from that, I think that the rook drop was really good. It's just that this counter was also very strong. And I think here maybe an opponent had a better move. But it's really hard to find if he had. Pawn to 6. Pawn to 6? When do you mean? That's what he played, right? Pawn to 6. FIFA. What about pawn to 6 here? Is it okay? Is it a good move? Hi, Zozozono. Oh, it is a good move. Okay. Okay, Mifa certified that wasn't the best, the worst move then. Make the take. Knight drop rook promotion. This feels more like it though. Like, we want rook exchange, right? Isn't pawn 8-5 good for god? So, it's kind of a trap, an opening trap. It looks good, but actually it's not that easy, basically. The problem that we're talking about is that later on, this square became a place for the bishop drop, which actually enabled their attack. So we were wondering if it was a good idea to push this pawn and create that space. And yes, Mifa is explaining that Goddess attack on the 8 file doesn't usually work. I'm gonna just quickly check what our computer sensei says, as usually I do with stuff I don't understand myself. So in this position, yeah, and once the game becomes slow, you can just, yeah. Okay, so bishop move was an option as well, as I mentioned. It was in my memory that perhaps this is the Joseki move. In comparison, down push here is still manageable. So I assume here we want to oppose the rooks. No, knight was correct. But yeah, as I said, in this moment, it may be important to like cover the weakness that we've created. Yeah, maybe the computer proposed a gold move up. The idea is after this move, you drop the rook and you're safe. So you cannot leave those things just be, I think. But yeah, I also propose you research the bishop 7-7 idea. It feels like just a kid. Well, good endgame though. Nice turnaround and beautiful sum at the end. Thanks, Lincoln, for sending this game. Next, we're gonna jump to Shirley. I am a very low-rated player. I did see the idea of pawn drop 7-7 on move 68. However, didn't see any follow-up after knight takes. How was my opening? I'm gote in this game. We have Lee Shogi. Let's see. I'm gote in this game, so you're on the bottom. Alright. So the opening so far is good. You're playing static rook, they're playing Yagura. You assume that they also playing static rook because they moved the silver here, it's fair. And now you're blocking your bishop, meaning you wanna go for this slow game, it's fine. Okay, yeah, we're building Yagura. We wanna push this central pawn, so far perfect. Here we also wanna like move the silver soon. We also have the option to like move bishop more aggressively on those square, or even this square, but your choice was to go here, which is fine. And you move the silver here. So more normal, more standard would be to go here. You can develop the silver through here or develop the silver through here. This is like saying I'm going for boggin. But boggin... Well, we're gonna see how it works out, yeah. So now the enemy is faster. They're gonna threaten this move. To exchange silver bishop and a pawn on this square. The problem is if we push this pawn, they're gonna have an edge attack, so... We have one way to defend against that. If they go here, you move the silver back. This way you avoid the silver exchange. You decide to move the king toward the danger. Okay. And inside the castle. Alright, that's usually not good idea. For more, I mean, you're a beginner, right? But generally speaking, we see that they have three pieces looking into here, so we are less eager to walk into here. But sure, we finish the castle that you know, let's go with that. And you develop your attacking silver, that's great. You push the edge pawn. It's also good. There's also this move, which is good to know for Yagura players. Where you exchange this pawn and you put your bishop here, putting the pressure on the big diagonal. So now if the silver moves, you are able to make a horse immediately. It's kind of cool thing to know. Yeah, this bishop on 6-4 is really good. If they chase you away, they weaken their own position. So you can like expose it in different ways later on. Yagura knowledge, yeah? Just telling you, this is a cool line to go for. Edge pawn is of course good. Silver. So silver is a little bit slower compared to that. The idea is you want to push the silver onto this square that you just created. Yeah. Okay, but we're going for the edge attack. So yeah, that's the problem. There's few advanced problems with this situation. I think it's okay to go for this, where you exchange everything. I think it would be fine. Because now they don't have a silver in their castle. There are some other problems here, but for example, you will be able to drop the bishop onto this square. And like threaten the rook a little bit, threaten the silver, threaten the knight. It could be interesting variation for you. That's the objective of Bogin, climbing silver, to exchange those two. Hi, Contenti. Hope your game was nice. I think you were playing. Did I misunderstood? I think you were playing. Now we're going for edge attack. So edge attack is efficient if the king is closer. It's a little bit far away. And usually we would go with the silver. We would lose the silver, but we would break in. It's kinda static rook knowledge. Alright, if it was educational, it was a great game then, don't worry. So now they blocked you, you try to put more pressure, but now you're not using your silver. Maybe let's keep it simpler. Yeah, see? Let's learn this move. This is what they do. They push their silver back to help the protection. Same way you could have done here, which you cannot because the king is here, yeah? Alright. Now, unfortunately, we lose the lance. Yeah, so we kind of over-attacked here. I would recommend you rather try to attack... So, because he went here, that means they strengthen this point, but weaken this one. So maybe it was worth considering going here, actually. Something like this. They take, you exchange those two pieces. And you're attacking this square. And again, yeah, look how cramped his pieces look like. Sure, your rook didn't sabaki, but you managed to weaken their defenses, so not a bad outcome. This we just lose the lance. Oh, see, you pushed this pawn, you did! You knew what's going on, that's cool. You knew what's going on. Here also rook move is quite interesting, I think. Okay, we're attacking the head of their castle. They actually could have blocked you by pawn drop. It's a little bit problematic. But they didn't. We activate our rook, that's great. We try a Tesuji of going here. But unfortunately they have a promotion and our rook is forced back. We have some hopes. We would like to attack through the center, but they push us back. Yeah, okay. Your opponent knows what you're doing. Yeah, okay. He's quite strong. Let's see again, what was your question? I didn't see move on 68. I think it was promotion, not pawn drop. 68. Pawn drop, yeah. Okay, so basically what you did is you created an amazing castle. But your attack failed a little bit, yeah? That's unfortunate, that happens. We just have to learn what works, what doesn't. So again, if you exchange the bishops, you're able to drop it here, or like, depending on the situation here, like in different spots to like abuse the fact that they have no pieces they're protecting, like a little bit attacking the rook and so on. Those are like some Yagura tactics that you could learn. Trying to find something good, but actually my Yagura knowledge isn't so good. Yeah, for example, if you had a bishop, you can drop a bishop here and threaten to like attack this gold and drop a silver in front of the rook. There are tactics like this. I recommend you watch some pro games with this shape. Especially Waki system. Waki system is when you have the bishop here and they have symmetrical position with the bishop here, silver here. I can send you some links on Discord if you want. And once you watch those games, you're gonna see what kind of tactics they use and then you can copy it in your games, basically, yeah? But yeah, I would recommend Retro. Or at least go with silver. Because then if they drop, you can promote. If they take, you can make a horse. And yes, you've lost the silver. for the knight, but it's acceptable because now you have a horse. Yeah, now their castle is broken. They have no, they never ever will be able to put their king there. Also, they have no pawns. So let's say this happens. Let's say they go here, and then you can threaten them by creating more tokens. They don't have a pawn to drop. So please consider maybe line of attack like this for now. Okay, that's gonna be it for Shirley. We're gonna go to Ko next. Ko made a whole essay in the comments. Despite the loss, it was quite an exciting game for both of us. Happy face. My positional reading definitely needs improvement, but I think this kifu has some great content for roasting. I meant learning to make and not to make something to become jozu, which means skillful. I thought move to 8 bishop drop was great, however computer sensei suggests that it was a silly one. I understand now why. Interestingly, for one move, in example move 44, both Hedgehog and I thought that I had wasted one move for not being aggressive, but Shogi analysis suggests otherwise. Do not trust Shogi analysis. In example, my move was the perfect Subarashi move. I would like to ask, what would you seem the most sensible one from a human perspective? Well, it's Karo's perspective, yeah? Kudos for Hedgehog for the Bishop and Dragon Sack during the endgame, which I admit I did not notice at all during the game. Thanks for reviewing. Alright, let's take a look at it. You are got there. Okay. Panic, don't panic. Static rook versus opposing rook, okay. Early pawn push here, sure. Don't you want to push it here already? Oh, maybe we're scared of the push, okay. Alright. So against opposing rook, we might want to delay the gold movement, depending on the situation. Then the another question is, should we push this pawn or not? I would push it personally, but depends on you. Maybe you're got and maybe you don't want to do it, sure. Yeah, I don't... Personally, I don't like... It's not a bad move, but I don't like... We wanna push the h-pawn, right? Endgame. Endgame. Endgame investment. Really important. Unless you go for Anaguma. Which, if you go for Anaguma against opposing rook, I applaud you your guts, but I wouldn't do that. Okay. And now knight. Yeah, okay, pawn push, sure. Eventually we want to use the knight here. Or do that. Okay. But my friend, something's not ready here. Yeah, but your boat is not complete. This is boat, yeah? This is boat. But let's assume that you want to attack before they finish the Mino. Let's assume that was your intention. That's acceptable, right? If you take it, they're gonna drop, nothing happens, so you move your rook, help the attack, and now they're threatening bishop exchange. Oh, you go with the bishop exchange. I thought maybe just silver takes is better. But okay, you bring the knight up, and then... Nice, I like that. If you go here, they have bishop drop, but you drop the bishop first, which allows you control over the big diagonal. I like it. Silver goes here. Is our rook safe for bishop drops? Maybe. Okay. This one I would take with pleasure. Yeah. I was afraid maybe they have something like this. And something like this. Little bit afraid of that. But I think you're better off after this move. Yeah, I think you would be okay. Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, to make it more confusing for you, if it's like this, they can always offer a rook exchange. And with the rook exchange, we prefer to have some gold here, right? You can, of course, deny it and so on, so it's not of a big deal and so on, but you wanna play flexible moves, right? I mean, it's not incorrect, it's just something you might consider. So I was afraid of maybe this move, but we already said it was fine. Yeah, something like this, yeah. Be ready for all the possibilities, kinda. This is what I mean by saying flexible. You never know how the game is going to develop until it develops. So you just assume everything can happen. By the way, I really like that you dropped the bishop here, not here. It makes me think that you do think about how to maximize your piece efficiency. Really like it. So we go here, we take, and now our opponent is left with no pawns. So unless they have some huge strong counter, we are winning. Okay, we go back to the same square. No, Ko. No. Ko, what is better? This, when you take the knight and allow the rook to sabaki. And what's going to happen? They're gonna drop, you take, they take, and you both end up having knight and lance in hand. I mean, the only thing is better for you is they drop the silver, you have it in hand. So in comparison, if you go here, maybe here, let's say here. Bishop drop, go here, promote. Yeah, it's fine. Let's show you that in comparison. How about this? When you don't allow the rook exchange and your rook is literally destroying its hopes for life, and you get the knight anyway, while they don't get your knight. How about that? If they wanna save the knight, they have to give you the silver. If they wanna save the rook, they would have to do some miracle. If they jump with the knight, you just promote, yeah? Yeah, so it's a good proverb to know. I'm gonna write it down actually so that I can use it in my video, and I'm gonna use your game as an example. Ha 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 ha. Proverb being, if you see a good move, search for better one. Yeah, that's the proverb. So you have a good move, that means you're already better. What you're doing is you're making sure they have no counter. You have the same in for Go. I think like many games will have the same proverb. So I really have to scold you for taking that knight. That was very greedy. Very. They have no pawns. You have to realize they have no pawns. I mean, here I was afraid maybe bishop drop, but actually we can just block it, so also no problem. So maybe rook here. And then you go and kill off the... Aji is... Just think of it as an investment. It's like a threat that might come be, but it doesn't have to be. But because the threat exists, you can play around it. Yeah, it means... I'm translating Aji as a spice. It's like, she spice up the position, kinda. It translates as taste, but the meaning for Aji in games is it's a move that doesn't work alone, or like basically in between move. You play in between move, it doesn't work yet, but eventually you can play around it so that it gives you some kind of value. So if you were to play normally, you would arrive at variation A, but because the Aji exists, because the spice exists, variation A seems more severe. Or you can treat in variation B that forces variation A or something like that, you know? Oh yes, Aji. Aji as a lexicon. Okay, gotcha. Aji. I'm so proud of my Sabaki movie though. All right. If you guys didn't see the newest video, then the title is The Return of the Fish. And it is about Sabaki, so recommend. Okay, so yeah, I have to scold you for that, yeah? Because it's a good move, but you had better. So now it's equal. The game is equal now. They will protect. So, which phase do you think we are in? Oh, which phase of the game are we in? Because it seems to me like you forgot for a moment and you came back and played an opening move. I know you may be afraid for the night drop, but actually we don't care. We have to do something with the horse. Let's say we go with here. If they have the night drop, I mean, let's ignore the fact that you have. We can just block the rook. This is like a boat Tesuji, let's say. And then we can push this pawn. This time the pawn will have more value. Because you would be able to take the knight instead of just defending. Just defending is the biggest sin you can make in middle game or end game. Just defending. If you guys didn't see probably my endgame book study, just defending is the worst type of move you can play. Just defending is only played if it's the last resort. Subarashi, you say? Yeah, my friend. My friend. Which move is it? 44. Nope. Not Subarashi at all. Nope. Nope. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're like totally winning, like we talked about when you were to move the rook the back here, like here, like if you are totally winning and they drop the bishop, just defend all the threats. Then it's fine. Yeah, Lishagi computer is a little bit. Subarashi means amazing in Japanese, or like, wow, good move, but it's not good move. Excellent. Oh, excellent, yes. But yeah, so the reason why the computer drops the lance is because it sees the technique, the tactic. So for example, what they can do, let's say we push, we take, they take here to defend against this. The tactic is, if you take here, and the silver takes, the gold falls, right? So king has to take, and then you have a knight drop. If they go back, you do the same thing. It's like a cool thing to know. Of course, you can not do that and just add the knight. But I mean, it will arrive at the same position, kinda, because kinda the same, right? Now if they run up, it actually comes closer to the horse and we almost want to sacrifice the rook. Yeah, moves like knight jump are also interesting. Yeah, also, on top of that, your weakness, please notice that, your weakness is here, right? So, if they got a lance, I don't know, let's play pass a move. If they have a lance, they can take the same file for themselves. And now you had a good move, but they took it from you and they made it their good move. Because, you know, this is the weakness of the podcast. So this is why the lance drop feels so good. Because it deals with A, your weakness, and B, creates a powerful threat that's really hard to deal with. Definitely better. Okay, so now we understand why only defense versus defense and counterattack feels weaker, right? Defense and counterattack is what we should play. Alright, so now we understand it. It's not Subarashi, alright? This is Subarashi. Today I'm teaching you the real meaning of the word Subarashi. Oh, it's your first time? Okay, there's another cool tactic, which is like this. Like this. So if you watch Hidechi's video, he's explaining those. Speaking of, what if they play knight 2-6 to defend attack 3-4? If they play knight 2-6 here? Oh, after the lance? So look what happens. We can take it. And now there is a space. We can drop the knight and expose a space. If they drop the lance, we just drop another knight. It's the same position. Yeah, how cool is that? The weakness always stays a weakness. Shogi is an evil game, yeah? It's always gonna be the weakness. So those are called critical points, guys. Once you know your critical points, you're unstoppable. And this is why the first thing when we learn the castles, we learn their weaknesses and strengths. Alright? The Minos weakness is edge, head, and ear. Edge, I mean the ear, we attack like this. Edge, we attack with the pawn push. And this is how we expose the head. Yeah, please remember those. The same way, the boat, strong from the side, weak from this square, weak from this square. Sometimes there's Tetsuji on this square as well. Yeah, let's learn that today. Alright, so then we waste a move, basically. And we have to take this. And this is good because it disturbs their silver. I wouldn't mind taking it, actually. And then continuing with the same idea. Because he gives us the turn back. Silver up. Almost ready to sacrifice, right? Oh no! Yeah, okay, we see where it is going. So taking was the only option. Alright? And then... they should have taken and taken here. This destroys your old castle because you have no way of protecting this gold now. If you do protect it, the king is in danger. You saw that. Well, you should have seen it here. Yeah, but they sacrifice it here, so you have no time to move the silver. You somehow missed it. Yeah, you guys, you cannot miss those. This is basic tactic. If you see a good move, find a better one. Alright? Okay, but then you realized... Okay, so kinda... So I wonder whenever you should add a defender at this point, or... Because the problem with this is they can take it anyway. Or even sacrifice the bishop and go here. And here they're threatening silver, but they're missing one more piece, yeah? You're missing one more piece, okay? There's also this pawn drop here, somewhere to block the rook. We need the lance. Yeah. Okay, we sacrifice it, good. Okay. Do not give them a lance. Okay. Okay, we're barely alive. Barely alive, we give them a lance, okay. We're barely alive. They're threatening a mate in 3. This is something we have to realize, that they're threatening a mate in 3, right? Yeah, I think. They're threatening a mate in 3. So what do? We go and try to make this. If we take the dragon, we're safe. Okay, if they take here, we make an escape route. Okay, I agree. So now the final battle starts. Do we have Tsume? Oh gosh, no. No. Yeah. So, the only way for us to win here is to either have Tsume or defend. This is this rare situation where just defend is good enough. Okay? This is one of the rare situations. Yeah. How do we defend here, actually? So if we were to head of Tsume, it would be something like this. The problem is I don't think that's working if they take it with the knight. And then we drop, and then they take, and they survive, right? So, this might be an overplay, but here we have to do something. The best move that we could do that looks like offensive, defensive will be this, but it doesn't work because this is still a mate. So the way they deliver the mate is by taking this gold. So we have to prevent them from taking this gold. If they give them a silver, it's also a mate. If they give them a bishop, it's also a mate. Quite problematic. Not pound push for free. I guess that's a possibility, yeah. Make an escape route. 6 to pound drop. 6 to pound drop is Nifu, I don't know. No. And as we said, those don't work because of the... Doesn't work. Doesn't work, my friend. What if you don't take? I think that we're losing, basically. Because then we can drop the gold here. Yeah. Because they have this. Another idea would be to block the dragon by pushing once. And then the hope is we survive long enough. So I'm gonna assume this is checkmate if they take, right? Which is the easiest? Just knight jump, right? Is the easiest. Silver bishop goes here. Bishop, oh god, is it a mate? Silver bishop goes here. Oh no, bishop drops to take this. Silver takes, goes here. Gold drop bishop, it works, okay. Bishop, it's kind of weird, but it works. This is a checkmate, believe it or not. Bishop drop 3-9 might have been easier. Probably. Yes, you're right. Actually, that's much easier. Thank you, Toad. Savior. Alright. So, this would be winning as well. Pound push here. Because this is not a checkmate, we barely survive. And, well, basically, yeah, we win. But we would still have to decide the outcome. Of course, because they don't have a checkmate, they're not gonna sacrifice the dragon. They're gonna take the knight. And then we would have to find a decisive attack, yeah? So maybe bishop drop, maybe the dragon has to escape, and maybe then we take the gold. Something like that. So, Ko, you were very close to winning here. Fortunately, one mistake. I mean, this is faster, but okay, this works too. Actually, yeah, actually, that works. Yeah, so that's the thing with both. It's very weak when it's attacked from the head, as we just established. Its weakness is 0.77. If this knight moves, there's a lot of space for the king to be attacked. And Hedgehog, right, was your opponent. He like exposed this perfectly. He doesn't have enough pieces to decide the game, but you allowed him to have enough pieces. So a little bit unlucky, yeah? So before you go for Hishi, make sure you're not in Tsume, is the shortest answer. Apart from that, it was greedy for you to take the knight, definitely. You have to recognize he has no pawn in hand and you can play slowly. It will be easier for your heart to win games like that, yeah? And yeah, good job, Hedgehog, as well. So that's gonna be it for this game. And yeah, the lance drop, yeah, on the boat head. Yeah, remember that as a good one. Is Eon here? Eon is not here. We could wait to see if he shows up. Rusty? Yes. It is actually. Rusty. Rusty, I think. There's like this weird accent. Rusty. Something like this. It's like potatoes kinda cut and cooked in like. Oh, you're here. Oh my god, you appear out of nowhere. Alright, we were about to do your game. Now I'm hungry. Stop it, guys. So Eon is saying, destroy by Sith tactics once again. Okay. This time I would like to ask about the best way to study this type of opening. Would you recommend using computer and how would you recommend to use it? Okay, 5 done. Alright. And Gote. What time is it? Okay. Fantastic, yes, indeed. I was like, let's keep your kifu, and then you're like, hello, and I'm like, oh, hi. Okay. Alright, this type of opening. What do you mean, this type of opening? Mégis Könbisa. Because they're going for Anaguma, I would immediately consider this move. It is greedy, but they're going for Anaguma. So you have the right to disrespect them immediately if they're going for Anaguma. Does Anaguma push side pawn? So in the old shogi, no. In the modern shogi, maybe. Is the shortest answer. Basically, if you push this pawn, the enemy won't be able to sacrifice knight for the pawn. But it speeds up their attack on the edge if you give them too many pawns. So it's like a risk and how do you say? It's like has a risk to it, but it's something you're gambling on. Basically, you're going for a less aggressive attack so that you don't give them too many pieces. Actually, you're hoping for them to attack you. Like against Fuji system, perhaps. Yeah. So for example, because this position looks suspicious to me, I would take it to the computer and like consider it to answer your question, yeah? So here I would take one move before. I would take it. I would look that this is a computer proposed move, and then I would see what they would propose. And then... Oh, that's interesting. So this is 81. And if we go here, I would compare this idea, basically. And I would use a different computer than on this page. This is 5 seconds, right? So this is also acceptable. Humanly speaking, maybe we would like to try it out. We will try Melkor. And sorry about before, I was just hungry. Yeah, about the post-game analysis, I was hungry. I had no confidence in attacking first. Yeah, well, you have to... If he defends everything, you have no way of winning. Ever. So... I mean, this is probably okay outcome. This is not acceptable. So here trying to defend his knight jump, but actually this allows him to attack here, which he did, right? I think it's better for you to finish your Silver Crown, to at least fight his solidness. Unless you're afraid he's going to attack now. Might happen, honestly. Yes. Also, we have this move, right? Technically speaking. So maybe we have this to consider as well. Like, hurry up. This is what the computer move was. I think he tries to hurry up this shape. One move. I was hungry. That's what it's totally not your fault. It was totally, I was just hungry. For once, don't assume, yeah, it's your fault. What's 7 for? Yeah, something like that. But also you don't have a way to attack the bishop yet, so maybe that's too much. Anyway, he's going for slow game. You accepted his slow game. Again, we would like to try something like this somewhere, perhaps. But I think you're Gote and you're playing passively, so you should just go with it. Yeah, I would, for example, ask myself what to play in this position again. Whenever do I have time to do this? What happens if they play here? I would like to play this move because I want to have solid castle. If I take, they take. Let's say they redrop. How do I defend it? Do I just move my rook up? I just move my rook up. Seems playable. If they over-attack, I'm happy. Yeah, so that answers it's playable, yeah? Bishop takes 3-3, okay. And if I don't like this position, it means I should have changed something in my opening, basically. Either I fight like this or I don't. That's the simplest answer. Yeah, if I don't like the fact that it's almost equal, I should have played something else. Instead of 8-4. It feels fun, right? You're moving forward, they're not ready. You're attacking before they're ready. We develop the knight, they have to move the bishop. Now the question is which square they go to. They go here. And then we would have to find a follow-up move for that. Now we're protecting our knight's head. And decide to attack there. And this is good for your enemy, actually. But I mean, generally speaking, there are two ways to counter Anaguma whenever you attack before they are ready, or you just wait for them to attack you. For me, it feels like you were waiting. Thank you for the follow. Navios. Weird opening is the best opening. So now we have to accept the fact they have full Anaguma and we have to deal with it, yeah? And paradoxically, this is a normal opening. We have to know like what we want to do. I maybe would like to attack first, because I don't like to play solid versus unsolid castle. Or I would make Anaguma myself. That's my play style. At least you need to have the general idea of what you would like to do. And then more specifically in this particular opening, where do you want to start a fight? Do you want to start a fight, or how do you defend? And that's what I would search, yeah, based on that. What is the timing of the attack that I would like? That's what we want to establish by checking with Computer Senpai. Of course, Play Shogi analyzes only 5 seconds, so I would probably do it with another program. Of course, we reach this depressing point where we find out that computer doesn't like swinging rook anyway. But we have to find something that looks good, feels good, and we accept it. Hopefully we find something like this. I have like PTSD from right side king versus my central rook. I wasn't able to find anything I liked. But still, I played a move that I liked actually and still won a professional game, even though it wasn't the best move and it was horrible and my Shisho said, oh my god, what you're doing. It still felt good to me and it tricked my opponent into like basically believing me. So anyway, you have to find something that feels good to you. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it feels good to you to exchange the silvers, exchange it. If it doesn't feel good, find something else. Yeah? So here he's attacking. You're attacking. You took your knight, you drop the pawn. Why do you drop the pawn? To drop the bishop. Okay, and then... yeah, that's unfortunate. This attack is too light against Anaguma. It's not gonna work, yeah? Yep, now their bishop is gone. You're pretending to be attacking, but they have two bishops. Just devouring your king's defenses, yeah? What can I say? Anaguma is disgusting. It was too late already. Because he basically demontage your attack. Like this itself isn't working as well. This alone isn't working. And on top of that, he disabled your silver, disabled your bishop, and now your silver is alone. And he just deals with it. Delays you one more move, gets his advantage, gets a powerful dragon. What can you do? Nothing. And then this rook drop is like, ugh. If somebody played it in TTS, I would say, are you using computer to cheat, basically? But yeah, it's a good move. Just this is, by the way, this is the good defensive move. Like, you take space away from the enemy and attack defense. Yeah? This is your only weakness. Again, you just defend it and you win. Yeah. Yeah, Mifa, because you're strong. Pawn takes 4-6 instead of silver takes 7-6. Here. But the problem is they have the same thing, right? Like, the talking is way too slow. Pound drop. Or even pound drop, yeah. So, speaking of the diagram, yeah, it's 1000 points, yeah. 1000 points is unacceptable. Interestingly, pawn takes is better. Yeah, so it seems like the crucial point was here. To attack on the edge because you got a pawn in hand. That makes sense, right? Because their rook is distracted for the moment, and you did attack over here, right? But if you attack over here, let's say like this, their bishop is also forced to, let's say, leave this diagonal, and this move becomes even stronger. If it stays here, you just attack the bishop, right? So it's all because A, they gave you the pawn, and B, their rook is distracted, so that this is powerful enough. So I agree with the computer here. This is the one of the counterattacks you could have went for. Yeah, so with those Anaguma, it's about not like attacking strongly. It's more about weakening it a little. Because you cannot give them too many pieces. If you over-attack, they're gonna have all the ammo they need. They actually propose to sacrifice the bishop here, which is madness, and I don't think anyone would play that. Maybe a professional would play that, but... I mean, this is solid castle, yeah? Solid castle. Right to play moves like this. I actually saw a pro game like this when they sacrificed the bishop for a knight, so it happens. So either you struggle with those positions, or you search a way to break in earlier on. You could see pro games. If you wanna attack early, maybe Nishikawa Sensei pro like this, you can check. If you wanna attack later, you have to find out which castle you want, what's the timing. And this is... yeah, this you basically gamble on the edge attack here. Anaguma is super solid, basically. You would have to have huge advantage on the left side to counter that. And you cannot really do that because you're playing against right side 4-5 rook, right? They kind of block or your attacking justice apart from this 3-5 pawn, which is the most interesting variation. Anyway, this is how I would do it, yeah? I would analyze like this, I would compare with pro games to answer your question. Yeah, but breaking in isn't that easy against Anagumako. Okay. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Ian will have to figure it out. He's a strong player. I cannot give you like, oh, with this move you can win. No, at this level, it doesn't work like that. Okay, how to break in, Mizuti. Just music in the background. Alright, something like that. Close the other games. So we will have Mizuti, Toad, and Melkor. Melkor, you are always so late to upload those kifu. We have 3 kifu left for this game for this stream today, and we have 25 minutes left. It's gonna be rough. Okay. And if it's right side king, I probably gonna have to do it in text again, Mercor. Mizuti Sente. Is it 2SZ or 2T? I always Z. I always have trouble remembering. Speedrun? I don't want a speedrun. I'm not sure if it's fun to watch a speedrun like that. Yeah, you can share next week or you can share on the Discord. Mifa. Do you like Ryo's work is never done? No. Because of the dubious moral aspect. I like that about Shogi. It's different from chess when everyone's telling you do this and do that. It's very conceivable level, but Shogi advice gets better and better. The stronger one becomes, yeah. Also the fact that I'm too weak to give you a good advice, to be honest. Like, I myself have no good idea what to do. I'm pretty sure like a pro sensei would be able to show you, oh, in this shape you do that. But here we have to support ourselves with computer sensei. Unfortunately. Okay, speed up. Ureshino, is it? Good, I'm gonna study it next week, so that's gonna be helpful. Alright, we're going in. How to break in? Well, okay, we are dying here, so that's not acceptable. Yeah. Yeah. If you pushed here, you would be able to exchange silvers and kinda get a point to yourself. Because you drop the pawn, you push them back, and this shape actually defends against Bogin. So here rook takes is the correct move. And then you go here. And probably what I would recommend is create a shape like this and then try to use the knight to help you attack. That's my feeling, yeah? If you can bring the bishop here and attack here as well, seems like a possibility, but in the meantime they can bring the silver here. The other option is push this pawn as well. Try to drop the pawn there, stuff like that. That's my feeling. This, unfortunately... Well, your silver is going to die if you do that, basically. You cannot drop the pawn because it's Nifu. You could exchange the bishops. And this move also exists, but leads to the similar outcome of this. When your king's head is even worse, so... Bishop takes, bishop takes. So this is also a possible outcome. But then it is possible they might, you know, the king line is open, so they might like, cheat and stuff like this. Take, bishop drop. That's your punishment for choosing sitting king, yeah? You have to deal with it if you choose the sitting king. So I would recommend you go with the bishop rather. And then play like this, that your silver is kind of being protective still. Yeah, the problem is even if you drop the pawn here, they still survive. So I think you over-attacked there. You cannot just break in like that. How about pawn drop here though? Knight takes, gold takes, survives, yeah? Unfortunate. So I would take it with the rook. And then, you know, that's my feeling. You can confirm it with the computer. Honestly, because the silver went here, we probably want to attack here, but we need a pawn, so this is why we do that. Yeah, this is bad. Now they have this perfect defensive shape. Switching to the third. Yeah, but we're switching in more active way by getting a pawn in hand and then switching to the third. Yeah, this is more... This is better than this. Here, by the way, they also do this, and this knight jump will block our rook. Also, the knight will die, but in comparison, you know, this will give us both the defense of this square and not blocking our rook. Of course, there is the taboo move. What if they do it here without dropping the pawn? Maybe we just push this pawn and then do that. So it's about move order, kinda, I think. Here you die, basically. Yeah, you lose the silver. Okay, they just drop it because your king is weak. And they just do what they want. What if you take? They promote, okay. Yeah, so once they get a piece advantage, they're gonna get even more. I mean, you're attacking strongly, though. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ooh, wow. What's going on in this game? Okay, that's not acceptable. So I think your opponent made mistakes. This bishop drop was really good from you. They didn't activate the rook, yeah, in time. King takes. Okay. Yeah, so here you promote your rook. This looks good for you. Then technically this gives you checkmate threat. And bishop drop can be blocked by a pawn drop, yeah, which is a cheaper piece than the silver. But yeah, this gives you actually maybe this survives. If I do that and he runs. If he takes, it's a mate, yeah. But he runs here and that's escaping. Maybe that's not so good then. Yeah. Taking the knight also looks like you can do something. You get a piece that you need desperately here. If they drop a gold or something, you can continue attacking, right? With the knight drop. It's not like they can defend easily here. I think this was more solid, perhaps. And definitely, silver drop is overplay. Like, you need those pieces to attack with, right? So, I mean, silver back or pound drop. Pound drop also looks like a possibility, right? But yeah, this is too heavy. Heavy because the gold is a perfect move. You took the bishop, and then we drop. This is painful. Maybe pound promotion, please? Are you dying? I guess you're dying if this happens, right? Yeah. Unfortunate. And here you're dying already, right? Oh wait, I missed this gold actually, never mind. For some reason I thought like, oh, they just drop the piece and then you drop the gold and win, but I missed the fact that there is a gold here. I mean, honestly, it still works. You don't have a mate, so they're still winning. Yeah, so this doesn't matter anymore. I think he did a great job, like, turning it around here. But here you should have... Yeah, I think this is good enough. You gonna check it with computer, senpai? Senpai, sensei. Also, they probably shouldn't have taken this one and set up some checkmate threat, I believe. If they can. Not sure if it's possible. Yeah, something like that, yeah. This would be harder for you to break in. Yeah, let's find out here. I wanted to propose that move, but I wasn't sure. Still losing. No, winning, actually. How about taking here? So it was 1,300. We are in checkmate, actually. Okay. Okay. If you checkmate me here, I will be like, sure, alright. I'll be like, it's fine. You win. 4, 9, 5, 7, take 6, takes. We should drop again. Silver spend 9. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mate. Well, that's because they had a lot of pieces, yeah. But this is safer because... Well, it basically protects the checkmate threat. Oh, and I wanted to check that move that I talked about, which was rook takes, yeah? Just curious what the computer says here. Because my static rook... Yeah, rook takes, hey! Rook takes and then bishop and then pawn push. Alright, we found it, guys. We found it. So yeah, how to break in? I would recommend that, Mizetti. Speedrun analysis, unfortunately. Thanks for sending the game. After I made mistake, rook takes 1-4. How can I find constructive ideas in a familiar position? Admittedly, mistakes are the most likely to happen in fast games, but even in slow games and even with recent custom, my mistake to be followed by additional mistakes. Just don't make mistakes, Toad. That's the easiest way to not make mistakes. Thanks for sending me the tea. Yay. Why did you sacrifice a pawn just to ignore it? Why, Toad? Why? They can protect it, you know? And then you just lost a pawn for nothing, and then they just built Yagura and laugh in your face. That's unacceptable. So if I were to call it anything, it would be very naive. Very naive. You need to know this tactic. On your level, you need to know this tactic. You need to know it. You cannot fix stupid. You cannot. Did you win European Championship in July? I cannot participate in amateur tournaments. I was there, but I didn't participate. Also, it's a weird out of nowhere question. Yeah, Todd, you cannot fix that. And how do I stop making mistakes after making mistakes? Well, you resign here and then you play another game. I'm sorry. But that's the reality. That's the reality. You're like, oh my god, I missed it. Oh, if you've fallen for this before, it's even worse. Don't admit to it. Fool me once, fool me twice. It's on me, right? Yeah, I would, in shame, I would just resign and yeah. I don't even know. I don't even want to know if you won this game or lost, so. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh my. So fun fact, okay, I guess. Like, they don't have to take your rook immediately, but sure, here you did a great job, like, attacking their bishop, actually. So, I have to give you credit for that. They could have maybe protected with a pawn drop. Or counter-attacked with a pawn push. Make it harder for you. Toad inspires you? Okay, I guess that's not the worst, Toad, if you inspired half of our chat. If they had one more pawn, they could have dropped, but they have only one. Here, maybe they have to give away the bishop for the lance. They try to They got too greedy, basically, yeah. Little bit too greedy. Yeah, so they will lose the bishop for the lance anyway. This is too much. This is again too much, yeah, this move. This is better. But hey, Shogi Wars, eh? I assume it's Shogi Wars. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good comeback though. But don't fall for the same trick. Just don't. Like, print it out, Toad. Print it out, put it in a place where you see this position every time you wake up. And don't fall for it ever again. Nice comeback though. Good job. I cannot even complain. It was really good comeback, actually. Oh, and how you should attack instead? Just develop your silver. You have to protect the center because he has two pieces. Attacking the center. And just develop naturally, I guess. Double swinging rook. Okay, let's take a quick look at Melkor's game. Hey, which castle? Yagura. Why? There is a small problem with this move. It blocks your knight and your silver at the same time. It almost wanna make me play this because this is a check. Might be a little bit greedy. We still castle? Okay. Yeah, so the king is on the other side of the board, but we get a knight. I guess it's fine. We lose a knight, it's not fine. We get pieces, 2 golds. Can we attack with 2 golds? Our silver is hanging, which means even though we want 2 gold, it's like we won only 1. And our golds are hanging as well, which is terrible. We took a lance. Okay, we're attacking critical spots. And now we're getting desperate because we have no other way of attacking, yeah. Yeah, now we're being surrounded. Yeah. So, like, here, we get a knight and a lance. So we get 2 pieces. But what they get in exchange is a knight and a super active bishop and a token, yeah? So... Okay, I guess the bishop wasn't that active in the end. I guess like the biggest problem is those 2 pieces are so far away from the king. Urban knight is 5-3 instead of 1-4-4. 1-4-4. Where do you have? Oh, wait. 1-4-4. Oh, here. I mean, doesn't change the reality that you're completely surrounded, but... So here they have 4-piece castle, and you have 2-piece castle and like a gold that's pretending that does something. I don't like that division in the castle. Their rook is looking at your king, your rook and bishop are not looking. So like in that position, I wouldn't feel confident already. But actually it's equal. That double static rook shogi, man. This is equal, and this should be bad. But it's not bad. I completely don't understand double static rook. Let's check to that position that you said. I mean, I don't like the fact that your silver is useless over here. So we're gonna evaluate this position whenever I'm understanding it correctly. No, it's still equal. And this is the best move. It's actually pretty amazing. I guess on the other hand, you're doing what you want and they have no way of attacking. So maybe that balances it out. Like you said. Yeah, honestly, Melkor, this game confuses me greatly. And I need to spend more time analyzing it. So we will leave it just here, I think. I need to learn something before I can tell you like what you did wrong. I have no idea. It looks very equal in the computer as well. For me, it doesn't look so equal. So I'm very confused. So I need to learn something myself first so that I can give you a hint. Or, yeah, basically I'm incapable of like telling you what's good or wrong in the current moment. Urgote as well. So allow me to make additional analysis in the chat on Discord. So that I can maybe ask Telmarch what he would play and so on. And I can give you like really good quality advice instead of just pretending that I understand what's going on. I have no idea. Well, first of all, don't get depressed because of stupid games. Second of all, you were equal until the very end. Maybe here you had some chance, yeah? Yeah, which was the big knight drop, eh? But this is additional. This is like reassurance that you do have good sense. And it was just unlucky that you missed a winning move. Whenever it's clear to take it with the gold here or not, that's another story. Like, king takes this, it looks very decisive. Taking it here and allowing that silver drop, right? This is some... This is in hoping like, oh, we're gonna be surviving long enough right there. And actually this is winning for you. Because when he does that, he's slowing down, yeah? So it's not check anymore, maybe you can do something. When you take it with the king, there was nothing you could do anymore. He has total control. So it was better to take it with the gold here. And that's quite an important point, I think. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, basically. But I think here gold text makes more sense. This is why... Unpromote is winning. Okay. Yeah, let's check. Because they're threatening promotion, yeah? It's still winning for you. So instead of like discrediting the whole game... Okay, now it's equal. Instead discrediting the whole game, I would choose the position when you had chance and like learn from it. Like try to get better by choosing one thing and learning one thing instead of like... I mean, it was a really good game against 6 down 2. Don't beat yourself down. Like, the fact that you played this move is very impressive to me personally. I will literally use Shogi GUI to analyze this later, my friends. And I will let it run 20 seconds per move. And we're gonna have a better graph somewhere later this evening on Discord. How about that? And then we're gonna find out truly if you were winning or not. It's the same game, yeah? I don't really like the fact that you go for Yagura here, but... Yes, it's equal, so it's fine. Night jumps looks important. This exchange wasn't best. Looks good. Night drop is just impossible to find, but makes sense. Well, it's still impressive to me, so like the fact that you can see it tells me a lot. Okay, my friends, time is running out. I will be finishing here. Let me look at my calendar. We will probably have Thursday stream. I'm not sure actually if I will have... Might be cancelled. Not sure. For sure Saturday and Sunday we will have normal stuff. The YouTube upload schedule will be Proverbs this week. And the next week after that, if I manage Ureshino style, opening lines, main ideas and so on. And Melkor, I'm gonna analyze it on Discord, your game. Additionally. Once more, I have to learn something for myself there. Okay. So thank you everyone for submitting your games. I don't see anybody to raid, so we're gonna finish here. And remember to enjoy Shogi, even though it's painful to lose sometimes, and we do repeat the same mistakes. Everybody does. How many times did you do Nifu, yeah? Yeah, just continue enjoying the game. Don't take it too harsh. And bring your next kifu next week, yeah, so that we can learn together. And remember, Saturday we also watch pro games so that we can get inspired by watching some cool games as well. Yeah, have a nice Sunday.